Okay, Aquarius. You have a couple of major arcanas. And essentially, for those of you that are new to tarot, what that means is you have the minors, the pips, and then you have the major arcanas. The minors, pips, those are things that they're small, they're daily life. It's things that you can control. But the major arcana, these are big, they're huge, they're game changers. A lot of times there's some spiritual connection because it's something that's destined. So we don't have control over those things. And you have two of those. Now, you have your situation, what's occurred in the recent past, what you're unaware of, and what is recommended for you in this month. Okay. And they wanted 2 cards for your situation. So you have 12, sacrifice, 3, recognition, and reward. And this one is sacrifice, 12. It is a major arcana. In traditional tarot, this would be the Hanged Man. So some of you, the Hanged, actually this card is too, it's all about a situation that's going on. You don't feel that you have control. You feel like you're suspended, like you're stuck. Like you're having to you're like, they're saying for a number of you, you have this, saying for most of you, it's love, but it's something very emotionally tied. And a lot of people, some people are emotionally tied and connected to their jobs. They're like married to their jobs. I know, I've been one of them for 20 years. But we don't just get emotional satisfaction from romantic relationships. We get it from work, we get it from friends, we get it from family. But you're feeling like you're having to sacrifice something. You're feeling suspended. You're feeling like you have this gift, this blessing. So for some of you, it's a relationship, but it's just not, it's not moving forward. It's like stuck. Because this card's talking about really looking at things, standing back and looking at things because things aren't moving forward, and try to determine, what is it that you have to let go of? What is it that you have to surrender, sacrifice, release in order to have room to receive gifts, to receive new things? Because God can't bring new things into our life until we release the old. And a lot of times when we're having to release things, it's things that we've really wanted for a long time. We've worked really hard for, which we're going to be covering here in a second because you have that card too. But we work for it. We try to make this dream career of a lifetime. We try to bring this love of a lifetime together. We really, really want it. So we work really hard to make it happen. But it's not something that's meant for us. It's not destined for us. And God has something better. So God's like, no, you don't want that. I'm trying to bring you a treasure at the end of the rainbow, but you're going to have to let that go. See how this water's like really all murky and dark? Sometimes we have something that we think is a gift, but it's really just murky and dark. And we don't realize that if we let that go, it appears like it's a sacrifice to us at the moment. But by releasing that, we're going to be able to transform ourselves. We're going to be able to bring something better into our life. Many of you have, most of you, it's a relationship. I've been trying to make these readings since I started them yesterday, general, so I could give you guys some work advice. I mean, this is a pentacle card, but for everyone, except for one sign, it's been totally love. And I get for most of you that this is love related. You've been trying very hard to make a relationship work, but you have been left alone by yourselves. So for some of you, this person, you're not communicating, you're not working together, you've tried and tried to make it work. You don't understand why it's not working. But you're in a time of transformation right now. It's a time for you to really stand back and look at it from a different perspective. Have patience, reflect. You're frustrated because you feel like, okay, why is this not moving forward? Or why has this, come to a standstill? Or for some of you, why has it reversed? Why has that person left? I felt like this was love. It was requited. It was just so magical and beautiful, but it's come to a screeching halt. Or for some, he or she has left. And you're feeling suspended. You feel like there's nothing that you can do. There's no communication. There's no moving forward. You're just feeling totally stuck. But you're stuck for a reason. They're trying to change your perspective, to get you to look at it differently, to get you to release it. Because when there are things that we can't control, and we try so hard to make it work and try so hard to bring it together, but no matter what, it still won't come together. No matter how hard, it just isn't happening. That's because it's not meant for us. We have to release those things. We have to go through healing. We have to open ourselves up for something new, for something better. And imagine if you had this and you thought this was so great. Just imagine what you're going to be brought in the end. You know, sometimes we have to let people go, let situations go in order to transform and heal. And there can be some coming back together in the end. But I get for most of you in this situation, it's not to come back together. It's in order to prepare you for something better. Because if you look at this card, you're in a situation that you thought is like magical. Like if you look from her waist up, she's got this beautiful rainbow and these like clouds are kind of like flowers. But when you look below the surface, it's dark, it's murky, it's ugly. That's not water that I want to be swimming in. They're trying to get you to look below the surface. This isn't what you think it is. It's not good for you. It's not healthy for you. They've given you this time of suspension where from your perspective you feel as though you're having to sacrifice and give up this gift, but it's a time for you to see that it's not a gift, that they're trying to bring you something better. They're giving you this time to really truly let go. And this card is essentially about, it is a pentacle in traditional tarot, but this is all about working very hard to bring something. Typically it's talking about careers, projects, work, but working very hard to bring something of value to fruition. Money is not all that there is value in. We typically have more value in love, in connection, in relationships with family, friends, our lover. That's where the real value is, where that love, that deep connection is. But see how he's alone. He's worked really hard, standing on top of this pedestal, but he's alone and his head is downturned. And if you look, there's this beam of light over his head shining down on him. So many of you have been working so hard to bring this situation to fruition. So maybe there's a small number of you've been trying to make a career shift change, or you've been trying to move, relocate. And it's just not working. It's because it's not meant to. There's something else. Now, for the majority of you, you've been working very hard to have, because this is a big deal. This is big. This is huge. So for many of you, you've been trying to get a relationship to come together. And it's not been working. For some of you, it's a third party is the reason. You're not aware of that yet, though. You have a feeling, but you haven't been... It's not been illuminated yet. Now, the recent past, you have awareness. This is another major arcana. Traditional tarot, this is the Magician. This is a beautiful card. Because this card talks about having everything that you need to create that future, to create the outcome that you desire. If you were to look at the Gilded Tarot, the Magician has in front of him the sword, the pentacle, the cup, and the wand. Everything. You really, truly do have everything. You have all the tools. You've got the gifts, the skills, the love, the power, the ability, the courage, the physical ability. You've got the intuitive, spiritual connection. You have the power to really, truly take your hopes and dreams, those things you desire, and really manifest it, bring it to life. This is, again, the recent past. Getting for a number of you, this person left. Or the others of you, this situation is just not coming to fruition. You can't move, you can't get a new job. It's not helping, it's not happening, but they're trying to help you shift your path. They've had this relationship, this situation fall apart because they've been trying to line everything up to get you to switch directions, to get you to manifest your heart's desires and dreams. Because although it appears that this situation, this person is what you want and desire, it's not, which is why they've been trying to get you to see that. But they've had it, again, for some of you in the very recent past, it just totally fell apart. Like that person up and disappeared, stopped communicating. You didn't hear anything back. say some of you, if you applied for a job, you never heard anything back and it's been weeks, some of you a month. That happened because they're trying to get you to step into your power. They're trying to get you to switch directions. They're trying to get you to start having faith, start digging in, to really look at, okay, what is it that I really want? And then start doing some visualizations, some affirmations because some of you have really slipped into some negativity. You've had these things fall apart, and then now, for those of you that's a love situation and the person left, some of you it's because it was a third party, you've now been stuck in this place of negativity and fearing the worst. So our thoughts are very powerful. So if we start thinking, oh my gosh, this didn't happen, I thought this was the love of a lifetime, and oh, I'm just not deserving of love, and I'm never going to get that, and woe is me, and becoming the murderer, and we will be stuck in that energy. But you're powerful. They're trying to get you out of that energy. They're trying to get you to shift your thoughts, shift your perspective, know that you are worthy of those things that you desire. Have faith you are going to get everything that you desire, because you are. They're helping you. You have all the tools that you need. You have this entire team assisting you. And you're about to discover something in the near future that's going to show you that that's definitely not this. You ever notice when we're on the wrong path? Because we bumble around blindly. And we'll really want something we think that is great for us. And we will come across one obstacle after the other. And it seems like the more we try, the harder it is. And it's as though there's like an escalation of blocks. Like the blocks get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's because God, the angels divine, they're trying to let us know that we're not on the right path. As we continue down the wrong path, the blocks, the challenges, the blaring in our face physical signs get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, because they're trying to get us back on the path that we're meant to be on. What you are unaware of, this is card number 5. This really is talking about changes. It's obstacles and challenges. And this is really, it's about struggles. It's about challenges. It's about discovering blocks, things that are keeping you back. But it's also really getting a clear perception, a clear view of those challenges, so that you can have the clarity and you can know how to resolve it, how to overcome it. Like if you look at this card, he's trying to walk across this bridge, and obviously it's broken. And there's this river underneath there. This is not really that big of a gap for him to bridge across. Really, he could take a really big step and he would clear it. But because there's so much stress and worry of, oh wow, that's thousands and thousands of feet below me. If I fall off this, it's sure death. So I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to do anything about it. But by taking that step, there will be success. There will be rising like the phoenix. The challenges can be overcome, and also will lead to healing. But you're having a really hard time. They're saying that a number of you you're not sure how to overcome this. You think the challenges are just too big. They're too great. You're feeling stuck. Many of you are feeling as though it's that woe is me, the victim mentality, that, every time I have something that I think is great, it just breaks apart, it falls apart. They're saying for some of you, it's almost as though like you've been blaming God, like why can't I ever get these things that I want, that I keep praying for, that I desire? Have you forgotten me? Have you forgotten me, God? You've not been forgotten. God knows that you're there. He's trying to help. The angels are there. They're trying to help. Now, you do have to ask for their help. Because get that some of you've been going through these struggles because you're losing faith. You're losing that optimism. You're losing just your hope. That it's been a downward spiral. Some of you're not even talking to friends or family. Ask for their help. Because it's our family on the other side. They're there constantly. But they can't help you if you don't ask them. They're only ever going to stop in to help you if it's life or death. Other than that, they will sit and facepalm all day long thinking, why won't he or she just speak up and ask? We are here. We will bring the Calvary if you will just ask. So you have to ask. But you're stuck in such a dark time right now that it just seems overwhelming. And you feel it's just something you just can't overcome. But you can. It is a change for the better. You are going to be the phoenix. You are going to rise and overcome this. It is very emotional. It is very emotionally charged. Most of you, this is relationship related, but it could be there is a small number of you, and I'm glad we've got one more sign that has a small number, that this is something else. This is a physical move, a career move, starting your own business. So I'm glad there is a small number out there. Yay! Talking about something other than love for those of you that need some help other than love. Hopefully that helps. But it is very emotional. But you are going to discover another hurdle. You're about to find out this month about one more hurdle. You know how there's that escalation of force? When they're trying to get you to change your path, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You're going to have a boulder dropped in June. You've not been abandoned. They're just trying to get you on the right path. That's all. And for those of you that haven't had it completely taken away, this thing is going to be completely taken away. But what they're recommending, you have the Goddess of Oneness. And I'll hold it closer while I read it. Someone you love is thinking fondly of you at the moment. You're feeling alone. You're feeling like you don't have any support. You also feel like there's just too much. There's too much going on. I can't bear it. You see how her arms are like in all these different directions. Pinging all over. Ping, 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 ping. And when we're doing that, and we're pinging because of fear, and things are falling apart, and nothing's working, we have a hard time getting clarity of, okay, what's my next step? How do I overcome this? How do I climb this mountain? How do I accomplish this? But you are stretched too thin. They're trying to help you. They're trying to get you through this sorrow, this heartache, this heartbreak. And they're really trying to let you know that they are there to help you, because many of you are at a point you cannot help yourself. You need their help. You've got to reach out and ask for help, because they've got you on the other side. Their side, they've already got the plan and everything detailed and laid out. They're trying to get you there, but you have to open up and ask for their help. Let them help you. You are not alone. You do not have to do this alone. It will go so much quicker and easier if you ask for help. I'm going to read that real quick. Let me get that book. Okay. Goddess of Oneness. Remember that love is not restricted by time or space, and you are forever connected spiritually to those you love and care for. It is understandable that you may be saddened because you are physically apart from someone you dearly love. Alternatively, you may be saddened by a loved one's recent passing from the earth plane. Through this card, they are making their presence felt. They have not left you and will never leave you. They are forever with you in spirit. The bonds of love can never be broken. Feel and acknowledge their presence, for they are with you in spirit right now.